Personal Finances PodCat, episode 31, where I'm going to talk about organization learning in the new normal with the master trainer, Penny Leong. Without further ado, let's welcome Penny to be on the show.
Hello.
Hi, Penny.
Hello, everybody. My name is Penny. So I'm actually from Vision Building. Vision Building is actually a team building and training company that we have founded back in 2019. So we serve clients like Huawei, FNN, Oppo, and etc. So we run vision-driven team building program. Yep.
Awesome. Interesting. How has this pandemic affected your work and business?
I think first of all, in March, 18th of March, everyone, is just getting so anxious and there are so high levels of uncertainty happening around, especially with our industry. When we are talking about training means we need high engagement with physical contact, some more with people, especially, in a workshop or we run outdoor activities. So definitely there was a time we do not know what to do at that moment of time. So this pandemic, I think first of all, especially team building, we can't conduct any form of a physical activities. So we need to think of something new, to engage to our corporate clients and SME clients. We managed to switch everything online. So we are offering this very special teamwork education program through online interface. So we organize like live preview and live program, etc. We are a service-based industry. Actually, it is not that much. I would say it wouldn't be that difficult and challenging to switch it or to digitalize and transform it successfully to go online. You see, and we are not like manufacturing. We have supply chain to take care of. We have the actual product to take care of it. Because it's a fully service-based industry, so it got us to really easy to just change the way of we operate and the way we deliver that kind of impact, the training outcome to our participants. Yeah.
But it must be like so much. It's a significant difference between like conducting it like face to face and also online, right? Like you can't engage. You can't really get people to stand up and do something, or get people to participate, or just join in. I can foresee there must be so much difference like in doing things like compared to live.
Yes, it is. In the beginning, right, I have this tendency to force everyone to switch on the camera. Like when we are doing the Zoom thing right now, the Zoom, the everything. So I really have the tendency as a host, as a speaker, as a trainer, I hope to see everyone on like the little box. I have that OCD so that I can see everyone and to look at just their facial expression, because you are very right, Catherine, which in training, because we need face to face, we need to see how is everyone doing. We are depending on great sense of sensing, feelings, connecting, engaging, right? So in the beginning, it was really difficult for us, for myself, to look at their face. And I found out actually people really feel very exhausting, all the time if they need to switch on the camera. It's like they're being watched. And of course, that kind of interaction, I got so used to now just talking to the screen. Usually we get response immediately, you understand? Like, hey guys, how are you doing? Then we give like high five kind of thing, right? We give in team building, we talk about energizing, we talk about high pump energy, we have the high five thing, and now we can't do that at all. And I found out that actually we can do this virtual high five. In Zoom, we are in a little Zoom box, right? So everyone is like looking at the gallery view. So what we do is we do this. So now everyone just give yourself a big high five kind of thing. We know so many language, right? We know like Bahasa, we know English, 我们知道华语, we know Mandarin, 我哋識講廣東話, Cantonese and everything. And I tell you, a lot of people thought clapping is only one way, correct? But there is this language called the sign language. The sign language, in sign language, right? We do this to represent that we are giving a clap. Yeah, a silent clap.
This is clap.
Yeah, this is a clap for our friend who are reading sign language. So it's really cool stuff. In a way, in Malaysia context, I would say, in training and human development industry, it's an industry that we have been waiting for it to innovate and break through. If you were to ask me, it has been a long time in Malaysia since we 30 years ago or 40 years ago, this industry hasn't been really have a groundbreaking or breakthrough that you see, So I think this time, this new normal is really a catalyst for bringing new change in the industry. The training impact, the content, okay, and how to drive through digital transformation. I think it's pushing a lot of the training companies, the training service provider are really thinking out of the box. And how can we use really content to train people? Like we use online content or a platform, not just the right tools, but probably it's time to review the training content. I'm saying in the context of training industry, So to zoom down to what we do, like to adapt and thrive in this new normal, I would say I really look into all my training program and training developmental process. For especially now HR is definitely the enabler. To implement work from home or work remotely transitions, and there are so many things need to be put into place for HR. How can training service industry can really quickly transform in order to upskill, and what to upskill and what to reskill for a lot of fresh graduates, if you were to ask me. This is a social impact that I see training service provider is playing a huge role, in reducing the unemployment rate or in helping the company owners not to retrench, and what other strategic ideas that we can come together. Because training partner and organization, we need to work together. It's definitely a wake-up call for us to upskill our competency. You see, now a lot of people are afraid. My boss is gonna don't know what my boss gonna do, or don't know what my supervisor gonna do. I already got 30% salary cut. Are we going back to the office? There are so many uncertainties and voices now as an employee.
Exactly. And now I think like all of us are being pushed out of their comfort zone. It's really the time, if you don't do anything, like basically you're always sitting on a passive role, waiting for things to happen to you. So do you get people to actually get marker pen at home and write on paper and then show on the screen?
To be really honest, Catherine, we just want to bring some fun to people on the screen. Yeah, so we don't do like the heavy stuff, now go and draw on your board and write down your reflection,
No, not that kind of thing.
I think not the right timing yet. But if you were to ask me, so Penny, so as a trainer in a company, what do you do? Every day, I can just do what am I good at, which is talking and delivering positive vibe to people.
We actually have a proper plan layout. Basically you don't have to panic that exactly when like emergency like this or new things like this happen to us. What other money tips that you have learned in this year?
I have engaged to a very professional personal finance advisor, okay, that I do have that herd mentality, the herd mentality, we just follow what people say. Yeah, the lalang.
Yeah.
Especially currently, we can get information just like that. So we will think like, wow, when people say, when the market is crashing, now is the best time to buy in and, to put in a lot of money. Sometimes, although we wanted to be rational, but deep inside our heart, we have this fear of missing out, We have this like, now this stock price dropped already. We must go in now. Okay, how much saving do I have? Do I have enough of this or not? So I think this pandemic in the early time, right, I did realize I had that kind of a herd mentality. And that's why I say I'm grateful that I have someone to talk to. So I think the most important money tips and habits that I have learned is to just calm down. Calm down first, Don't be like a lalang. Okay.
Or sheep.
Yeah. And plan really, really well. And plan really well to make informed decision. I think a lot of us have forgotten this. How to make informed decision? Very simple. Ask. I really ask all the questions that I can ask before I make any financial decision. So I think second thing is make informed decision. That I think is a habit that I have really learned a lot this year. And then to quickly readjust, to be flexible in budget planning. I think the flexibility that I have learned throughout this year is really helping me a lot, especially in feeling calmer, feeling calm a little bit. Yeah, not to say very kanchong, Kanchong, we can't do anything. Kanchong also can't change anything. Or the stress. And if you talk about personal finance, right, actually a lot of people are afraid to talk about their situation.
That's why we always advise, people to actually money or personal finance is not something that is like a taboo to talk about. Everybody should talk about it openly. That's why, there are even some parents that they don't talk about money in front of their kids, or, like you say, spouses, they don't discuss money between each other. That's how when you type more and more, you sit on your own problems, when your problem gets bigger and bigger, it gets even harder to actually solve your whatever money issues that you are having. That's why, a financial plan is really, really important. With a financial plan, you can actually make as you mentioned, informed decision.
To just talk about money, feel open, and how can we create that kind of open environment to just let the employees to share their financial challenges to the HR and to the bosses, especially during this point of time. Because now everyone wants to survive. And I think the direct way is just how can we create that kind of open environment for bosses to share about their struggle and for employees to understand, to just get this portion of money so that you can survive through this period of time and everyone can help the company grow bigger and we will go through this together. Now is the time. It's really the right time to have that open environment to talk about money. Louis, everyone wants money, but no one wants to talk about money. Okay?
Yeah. Why do you? Everyone wants money, but why do you avoid that topic instead of right? I guess more and more companies they start to realize that this kind of financial knowledge is more important, very important to the employees. That's why they also engage us to talk about financial wellness program to employees actually. Because they realize that it's only when employees can really manage their personal finance, then they get more motivated. They get more productive. They have they better mental health. It's a big influence.
Exactly. That's why I have been thinking about these three health element in corporate wellness, if you have to ask me. So the first is definitely physical health. And secondly, is definitely financial health.
Yep.
And third, mental health.
So what is the one big audacious habit or goal that you want our audience to take action right now?
Be honest with yourself in financial planning. Look for someone that you trust to work together with. Look for someone who is professionally, in personal finance industry. I built that kind of trusting relationship with my personal finance advisor that really built my confidence in terms of managing my finances.
Is the time for the random question game now? Okay. So the question is, what would you do if you inherited either financial freedom or hotel chain?
Oh, this is like if I'm a millionaire, what would I do, right? If I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I think first of all, I would definitely open up schools. Okay. And it has always been my dream to open research and development center in terms of learning. I always wanted to find out, the latest model on how people learn. And, research means I need to spend a lot of money and a lot of time and to attract talents who have that passion to build this learning model together. Because for the past many centuries, right, we are evolving and our learning method has to be adaptive, has to be really to the point to build the next self-design era kind of people. I'm talking about the future. So I definitely would want to spend a lot of money on research and development center.
Thank you for sharing. I learned so much from you. Great personality.
I have fun talking to you. I really appreciate MyPF of giving an opportunity for me to share and to just have fun from home,
Thank you, podcast, for listening. You can find the show notes and links on our website, mypf.my/podcat. And don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode where I'm going to continue talking about money in the new normal. Thank you. Hasta pronto. Bye.